In this experiment, you will be making electrons in the E over M tube go in circles using a magnetic field. You will measure the size of the circles as a function of accelerating voltage, controlled by this box, and electromagnetic current, controlled by this other box.
All the wiring has been done for you already, so please do not rewire anything. The settings for the voltmeter and for the ammeter should be correct for your experiment, so just need to turn them on. The controls for the current supply are fairly straightforward. There's an on switch and a dial to change the current. The voltage supply deserves a closer look. The on-off switch is down here. You don't need to adjust this switch. It changes between using the top outputs and the bottom outputs. The grid and accelerating voltage dials are on top. Note that the zero for the accelerating voltage is on the left, as you might expect, but the zero for the grid voltage is on the right, which you might not expect. You want to start the experiment with both dials zeroed. I believe the grid voltage can be used to try to change the electron beam shape, but I have not been able to see much of an effect from it. This is an illuminated ruler. Controls on this are also fairly simple. You just need to plug it in. And then there's a control box here. You can turn the knob. It will brighten or dim the illumination on the ruler. Let's start an experiment. You will need to turn off the lights at your station and close the curtains in order to see the electron beam. It will be very faint when it comes out.
I've turned on a desk lamp on the side so that I have a little light to work by, but not so much that it overwhelms the light from the electron beam.
You want to turn on the voltage supply and let the filament on the E over M tube warm up for a few minutes before using it. I've already warmed this one up. You slowly turn on the accelerating voltage up to about 120 volts should activate the beam. Right there. We're at 130 volts right now, and that beam just started to come out. If you don't see it, the filament probably needs a bit more time to warm up, and you should turn down the voltage before you proceed. To prolong the life of the E over M tube, please keep the voltages down when you're not using it. Once you see an electron beam, then you can add current to the Helmholtz coils here and here, and that will make the electron beam go in a circle. So I will quickly turn on the current right now. Note that you can rotate the E over M tube by gripping the black part over here to align the circle so that it's not going in some weird spiral out towards the edge like that. You can then turn on the illuminated ruler and measure the size of the circle using the ruler's virtual image reflected in the plexiglass barrier. There's the ruler. What you want to do is line up the ruler with the circle. And light up the ruler so that you can see it more clearly. Then you can do your measurements. There you go. That's the view of the ruler.
One final note, do not use ethanol on the clear plexiglass barrier around the E over M experiment. Ethanol can damage the plexiglass. If you need to clean the barrier during the lab, the technician can prepare a bleach solution to clean it.